Time to return to a wholesome convenience store. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we're here with Kim's Convenience, episode 2. So we did the first episode of this as part of a first impressions reaction, and it's been a while since we got to it. It just hasn't come up on the schedule, but with the recent finishing of our last series, we had an open spot. And I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, so if you had seen before, I randomized it. I chose to use this randomizer wheel website, and I randomized it to pick from, like, I don't know, what was it, 16 or so different options. And it chose this. So, hey, here we are. So, for those who didn't watch the first episode, first impressions of this, I would definitely suggest going back and doing so real quick. But just a basic synopsis of what this seems to be about. We have a Korean American family who are getting by on different levels of their work and everything. Mr. Kim, and I believe his wife as well, run this convenience store. Their son works at a car dealership, I believe it is. Something like that. And the daughter is I don't remember if it mentioned, like, what her job is or whatnot. She was almost a little bit of a point of view character for some things. But the son is portrayed by Simu Liu, who you would recognize from the MCU as Shang-Chi. And Mr. Kim is portrayed by I can't pronounce his last name, but I know his first name is Paul. He's known for playing most recently Uncle Iroh in the live-action Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender. But he's done various other things as well. I think he's in one of the Star Wars live-action shows. I don't remember which one, but he's in, I think, one of them. But yeah. This series I decided to originally check out because I had seen clips and stuff on TikTok and whatnot where Mr. Kim was interacting with queer characters. And part of the appeal was the way he handled it. And this was all featured in episode 1. He was extremely respectful and just trying to figure things out, basically. Just trying to learn. He was respectful, he was kind, and he's very friendly towards these queer characters that we see. And it was one of the big things that got me interested in checking this series out. So I'm very interested to see how more of that tends to come in. Not just with queer representation and respectful like treatment of queer characters, but also other marginalized people that could possibly be, like, showcased in this. Now, I don't remember if I mentioned this the first time, but this series has like 5 seasons or so. And I don't know exactly where the plot in terms of that would go. But we'll just take it as we go. Just like with other shows we've done, it's like we're not going to, like, rush to catch up. Excuse me. We're not going to rush to catch up or anything. We're going to take it one season at a time and just kind of go from there. And we'll see what happens, basically. I think that's just the best way to handle it, because trying to rush it could get very bored of it, very, like, disinterested very quickly. And I would rather that not happen. So, I liked the first episode. It was well done. It was wholesome. It was cute. It was fun. Um, but how are we going to pick up from there? How are we going to continue to make this? Excuse me. Sorry. Continue to make this an investing sitcom. I guess we'll have to see and find out. I'm definitely interested, though. I'm definitely curious to see what they do. So, thank you all so much, as always, for checking this reaction out. And we will just go from here. So, before we get this started, I do want to remind you all that we have a lot of great content to check out on this channel. Every Monday through Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions. And on Mondays, we also do YouTube, or at least YouTube adjacent reactions. Shorts, specials, mini-series that don't have a lot of episodes, or just, YouTube videos. Anything that doesn't quite fit into a full series or movie reaction goes in this slot. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. They are pre-recorded during the week, uploaded on the weekends, so that every day has some sort of reaction content going on for it. We also have a couple Let's Plays currently going on. We are currently getting up Spider-Man 2 parts every single day. The reason for this is because I've already finished the game and I've already moved on to its replacement. I'm already recording for that. And because of that, I need to get caught up on the channel. I need to start getting these parts out. So we're doing so every single day of the week. And we are also playing through Anno Mutationum. This is our Saturday game, and it is a donation reward Let's Play for Matthew Vasquez. If you want to learn how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel search and type in, all in one search, June Double Reward Month PS5. It should take you to the correct video that'll tell you everything you need to know regarding how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. Sorry for all the yawning. It's a very tiring process getting this downloaded just to react to. But, yeah, let's just get this going and see what this episode has in store for us. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, because yes, we do redirect all reactions on this channel. You understand how YouTube's copyright system is pretty fucked up, right? It's terrible. It's shitty. No one likes it. So because of that, I just want to keep the channel safe and prevent any possible issues with, channel strikes or even a channel termination. I've dealt with a channel termination before. It's not fun, and unless you have, like, a big following, you're not going to get your channel back. So, I don't want to deal with that again. So, I've decided we're just going to play things safe and push all reactions off to another site. But I know what you're thinking. I know you don't want to have to click all these extra links just to get to the reaction. You'd rather it be here on YouTube, even if it's cut up a bit. But, again, just to remain safe, that's not really a good option right now. So, there is only one link. You only have to worry about one link to click. You just go down to the description below, click, it takes you right to the video. And on the plus side, because of this, I am able to give you the full unedited reaction for free. All of you get this. Every single one of you gets the full unedited reaction completely free. No paywalls, no Patreon subscription. You don't even have to sync up your own copy. I really think that's awesome. because not a lot of YouTube channels, not a lot of reaction channels can get away with doing that for very valid reasons. But I do pride myself on being a channel that can give that to you. It's something that I really love that I can do for you guys. So, yeah, I would definitely say that it's worth it in that regard. And I would love to hear what you think of having the full unedited reaction just available just by clicking the link. But after you watch the reaction, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will not only contain spoilers to the episode, but just my general thoughts on it, general thoughts on the series and the season so far, maybe even some stuff related to the channel. I mean, you never know. It's always worth checking out just to be safe. That being said, though, I do want to thank you, as always, so much for tuning in. And for now, I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So yeah, this is a pretty charming series based on these first couple episodes. We have Mr. Kim trying to do the right thing and messing up and, you know, doing some problematic things along with it. But he's trying. He's just bad at it. Like, he viewed selling her pictures and everything as, you know, nice. It's like, oh, people love her art. It's great. It's making money. It's getting her name out there in a way. But the thing is, he didn't consult her about this. These are her pictures for class, and she kind of needed those for school and everything. And he had no right to sell them. And his entire argument over, like, oh, I'm your father, I gave you this great life and everything, so I have the right to do this. It's like, that's, like she said, that's kind of fucked up. It's like, that's not how anything works. It's like, yeah, he may have bought her the camera and everything, but the camera is now her property. And the thing is, she's a college student, right? She's an adult. This isn't the matter of like, oh, she's a teenager who isn't who still has to be under his roof and has to, like, to some degree listen to him and stuff. She's like an adult. Technically speaking, what he's doing is extremely illegal, and she could technically sue him for it. She's not going to, of course. She's just, you know, upset about it, but I'm just saying she technically could, because as an adult and everything, he has no right to basically touch anything of hers without her permission. Like, it does not matter that he's her father. It does not matter that she lives in his house. That doesn't matter. She is an adult. That property is 100% hers, legally speaking. So yeah, it's like, she wouldn't do something like that, but like, what he's doing is technically very illegal. I just don't think he fully understands and realizes that. But he does kind of come to realize in the end that a lot of this came down to jealousy, because his daughter has so much of a better life than he had growing up, and because her art is, you know, getting all this attention while his didn't. He's jealous. He's jealous, so he's kind of taking it out by selling her art, getting rid of it, while also making his own money off of it. And it was the wrong thing to do. And in the end, he did come to realize that. And, use that money to be able to get her a new fancy tripod. Which those things can get up there in price depending on like how well they're made, how many like extra little features or attachments they might have. It's a really really nice gift though, and yeah, I think that well, we know that she'll really like it. We saw that. Um, so outside of that, we see a couple scenes of Oma and the other women kind of hanging out and talking about things, and we see this guy in them. Excuse me if I don't remember who every character is, like who they are and everything, but he's in both of them, and in both of those scenes, he ends up stealing something from this lady. And I don't think he's like intending to steal it exactly. I think it's more like he's just like kind of taking it without thinking about it almost. In the first one, he takes the hat. He like is joking about like, oh, this looks good on me, and then just walks away with it. And in the second scene, he's like, oh, is this book any good? She's like, oh, I'm enjoying it. And he's like, oh, thanks. And he walks away with it. Again, I don't think it's like out of any like necessarily really bad or ill intent. It's just a matter of he maybe has like a little bit of a klepto streak to him without even necessarily realizing it. I don't know. For all I know, maybe it is a little more um, intentional. But we also follow Jung in this, and he applies for and by the end gets this assistant manager job. Because he's kind of tired of the job he's had of like scraping things out of the back seats of these rental cars and stuff, cleaning them up and getting them ready to be rented out again. It's like it's not the most fun job. It's something that he just wants to work past. So he applies for this position. His direct employer is very much on his side because she has the hots for him, which, as I keep saying, fair. But at the same time, it's like very biased. So she's on his side, but it's like, oh, but you also have like a slight criminal record. You have no high school degree. It's like it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle trying to get this to happen. And she clearly is fine with it herself. She doesn't mind, but she's got a point that could affect his prospects. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like that's the case. I like though that when he's talking to his friend there, his roommate, he's like at first he's like, okay, screw it. Even if they offer me the job, I'm not going to take it. We're just going to go back to how we were. I don't need to be a bigwig. I like partying with you, hanging out with you. We're going to go to all these places and just live. And then they're like, oh, but we have no money, and all we have in the cupboard is an egg, a single egg. It's like, oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like they have a job that pays like a huge amount, but I would feel like they'd have, a regular amount of food. It's probably like, even if it's minimum wage, they should still have food. Um, but with realizing that they just need money and everything, he does decide to take the job, and in the end, he does seemingly get it, which is nice, which is great. He's stepping up. He got a new job, and that comes with a lot of new responsibilities and just things he's got to worry about. But he seems like he's okay with that. Like he's ready to be able to handle that. And honestly, like I said, clearly needs some money. I like though that at first Oma's like super against it because it's still working for the rental place and she wants like bigger things for him. She even tries to bribe his boss to not hire him. But eventually he does get the job, or to not, promote him, I guess is more accurate. But he does get the job, and she seems to come around pretty quickly. It's like, oh yeah, he's assistant manager now. He can be upgraded to district manager and everything. It's like, he's in a good position. And it's like, yeah, that's. Did you not realize that before? You just looked at the like bare basics of it being a rental shop and everything. Um, it's just a wild concept to me because it's like assistant manager is a good job, like no matter where it is, it's like you're gonna get a good amount of pay. So it's just kind of crazy to me that she like would be against that at first. Um, but yeah, this is another good one. Um, and it's very much this kind of mostly wholesome, cutesy, um, good vibes type of sitcom. It's not like a lot of those sitcoms you see where it's like they interject a lot of like super heavy social commentary, though there is some of that in here for sure. But it's not like, for example, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which, let's be honest, at times gets very heavy. There are some extremely heavy episodes of Fresh Prince, and I guess that could happen with this series, but right now it's. I mean, mind you, we only finished episode 2 here, but it's looking like it's going to be more of one of those just episodic sitcoms that's just all about the more lighthearted stuff. I could be wrong though. It's very possible. And I guess we'll have to see how everything ends up continuing to go, but I kind of like that it's a little more lighthearted. It feels more just genuine because of that to me. Um, but yeah, this was another good one. This was good. I'm glad to be back to this. I really did enjoy it, and I can't wait to see more. Now I think there's like 13 or so episodes per season. I think it's like about that. So we'll get through the season and just kind of go from there. We'll probably still only do one episode a week unless I'm just like really feeling up to doing more. We'll see. It's always one of those cases where it's just like we'll see whatever I'm in the mood for at the time, whatever I'm like up for at any given week. We'll see. In the meantime, though, tell me in the comments below what you thought of this episode of Kim's Convenience. And for now, just as a reminder before we close this out, we do have a lot of great content on this channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, and on Monday, we also have YouTube or YouTube adjacent reactions. Pretty much anything that doesn't quite fit into a full series or movie one. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. They're pre-recorded during the course of the week, but uploaded on the weekend so that every day has some sort of uh, reaction content going on for it. We also have a couple Let's Plays currently on the channel. We're currently getting out Spider-Man 2 parts every single day to catch up because I've already finished recording Spider-Man 2 and started its replacement. So we got to get caught up on these. But we're also playing through Anno Mutationum every Saturday, and that is a donation reward Let's Play for Matthew Vasquez. If you want to know how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel, do a channel search, and type in all in one search, June Double Reward Month PS5. It should take you to the correct video that will tell you everything you need to know regarding how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. That being said, though, thank you as always so much for tuning in. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.